All right, good morning. How are you guys? Oh, my back is killing me right now. And I don't know what I did, but as soon as I'm done with this, I see a heat pad in my future. I thought today what I would do is kind of go back through some of these books. I'm in that mode where I just want to like kind of go back through a lot of my books and see if there's any why is that not showing up? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see if it actually is live. There it is. Okay. I think I'm going to go back through my books. Good morning. I think today what I want to do is go back through my books and not show my boobs on camera. Goodness, sorry about that, y'all. Go back through my books and see if I can add some things to them, just little stuff, because I guess I tend to keep going back and forth in my books to just sometimes with fresh eyes I can see if the composition needs anything, and it might be months sometimes before I go back, but a lot of times I know when a page is done, like this page is done, this spread is done, this spread I think is done, but I feel like it needs something here, maybe here, but it's felt pretty done. This spread definitely done. This spread definitely done. This spread definitely done. This spread definitely done. So there's a lot of spreads though, like this one. Yeah, not done. Or this one. And I'll go back and add things. So I'm kind of in that place right now where I'm going to go back, and I feel like doing that rather than building up backgrounds or anything else. So today I also thought I would play with, I've got a ton of like spray inks, distress inks. And I tell you, I got these at the thrift store. I know it's kind of crazy. This is the kind of thing that you find at the scrap exchange in Durham. And then this spray, this is like a acrylic spray. This I got. There's a art supply subscription called Art Snacks, and I had subscribed to them for a while, and they'll send out like a little goodie box of some new supplies, and this was in there, and I really love this. And then I also have just these inks, and I like using these for all kinds of things. But I thought today I've been kind of fascinated with going back to old school inking, and so I thought I would break this out. You know what? I also have, I think, if I can put my hands on it, we're doing it. If not, then we're not, because I won't be able to find it. I was an old graphic designer, and way back when we had this tool to draw perfectly even inked lines with instead of using a rapidograph, and I'm not putting my hands on it right away, so we'll do that another day. And it was kind of a pain in the ass, but it also taught you how to do things perfectly. Oh, and last night I had mentioned these. This is correction tape. Let me just show you that right now. I'm trying to remember which book I think it was in this book. No, it wasn't this book. It wasn't this book either. Where did I put that? I think maybe it was this book. No, it was this. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. It was Where's it? Oh, here it is. The spread I was working on last night. So what you can do, and I'm let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to try it out on. Okay, so yeah, this makes like little white lines. So what I will do here, since I have this design here, oops, and just I'm creating lines that I can just write on. I'm telling y'all, it's kind of addictive. Hold on. All right. So yeah, so these are just little bits of lines, and I think before I do try to write on it, let me go back through and burnish. Because it really is kind of like vinyl transfers. I used to, God, that's something else we did when I was in graphic design, is press type. It's kind of the consistency of press type. And so I want to make sure it's kind of down good. All right, so then I would go back. I'm going to use this little pen. So then I would go back and write things on it. Oh, the pressure. What am I going to write? There we go. Yay. So that's a way, if you've got like a dark background, if you want to add, I mean, you can always use a white marker too, but you could use a white marker and do a call out and then just do some journaling through here or drawing. Anyway, so that's something to think about, consider. And like I said, this is just a plain old Office Depot, sorry. Office Depot uh, correction tape. If they sell those anymore. I mean, I've had these for a couple of years, but they came in like a pack of 10. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go through and see if there's anything that I can add to my art journal that involves either the spray ink or drawing on it with this pen and some ink. And I mostly have like this brown and this gray and this kind of navy color, but I also pulled aside this hot pink. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to start with the navy because I think the navy is a great color, and I'm just going to start with this book. And these are like, for the most part, the 5 active books that I've been working on. There's another pamphlet that I had from like a little notebook that I had made for my art journal peeps in Taos, and I have one of those. And I couldn't tell you where that is right now. It's somewhere. So, and I might let's just start here, because I think the brown maybe would actually be better on this one. So, or let me see, the gray. This gray is has a bit of a blue in it, so I don't know if I want to do that. So let's just start with, ooh, that's on there tight. Hold on. This could be a problem. Maybe the universe is saying don't start with this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's on there pretty tight. I need pliers for that one. Okay. Maybe it is the navy. And sometimes too, it comes with this little dropper, and that can be fun to just go in. Just even with the dropper. Ooh, big cloppy ink, but I'm okay with that. It kind of gives it like that rusticy inked feel. Yay. All right, so let me move that out of the way. Put that here. Of course, it's going to roll somewhere I don't want it to be. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, right there. And that's like a big old puddle of ink in the middle of my stuff. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that works great. Let's just draw. I'm just going to do some mark making. I'm not going to do anything. Nothing too bananas. Mark making. If I can load my pen up. Here we go. I've got, and this is not a calligraphy pen really. It's just like a little, like an old school inking pen. Ooh. And it's fussy. Now that I have that big old glob right there, I'm going to just drag some of that ink down. I'm getting ink all over myself. I'm not getting it to work. Oh my goodness. Ugh. There we go. Lighter touch. There we go. Oops, I just dropped some ink right there. All right. I'm kind of loving that drop. I guess I have no choice, but I do like it. I love doing arrows. Arrows are having their moment in boho type illustration-y things. It feels like an energetic, forward-moving, direction-y kind of thing. Yay. Hey, from France. Hey there. I keep missing the start of these lives. No worries. We'll wind back later. Yeah, And I feel like too, the first few minutes that I go live doesn't end up recording because I tend to go live like a couple minutes before it says I'm going live. And I don't want to have dead space in the beginning, so I just talk and then and then it's yeah. Anyway, so there it is. Is that a nib or a brush pen piece? This is a nib. And it's like I've had this forever. I want to say it's probably even I got it from my mother. She studied art in school um in the 60s, early 60s. So I want to say that this was hers. But you can let me set this down now that I just dipped it and I've got ink all over my hands. Just had some nibs. I have a set of what did I do with them? Oh, I'm batting 1,000 today, y'all. I have a little tin of nibs that I had gotten years ago. I don't know where they are. Oh goodness, I just had them a minute ago. Anyway, and I've got like a pen with the nibs. And I love using it. But you can use all kinds of things. I mean, like I said just a minute ago, I was just taking even this stopper thing, and that's what I did here. Just use and I'm not pressing on the bulb, I'm just dragging the tip. And I think the kind of uneven line quality matches with what you can and can't control of the line overall, which I think is kind of interesting. See, I'm wondering if I drew a face. Let me try drawing one of my faces with this. Oops. Maybe it's a mustache. There we go. I don't know. That kind of looks like lips. See, you can draw a little face on there. So, yay. Of course, that's like threatening to drip all over the place, but I'm going to leave it. It's all good. Let me try going back in with, I'm going to rinse that off so I don't super contaminate my, oh. Okay, let me try this hot pink. Oh. Oop, there we go. Wow, that's fluorescent, but I kind of dig it. All right, let me set that over to the side. Yeah, I kind of like the wildness of these little lines because you really, or at least I don't have a lot of control with these nibs. I like that. Slightly ungrouped. I know, right? It's like, and you can get the same technique, the same idea of that unpredictable line. I mean, you kind of get it. We have more control with a brush, but even like, okay, I have this. A lot of times I like to try with a bamboo skewer, but I don't have one. But I do have like this old feather that I jelly plate printed. But I mean, you can just do. See, it's interesting because I feel like even with this feather, I have a lot more control than I did with like the stopper or the little pen. How interesting is that? Okay, let's try something else. How about I don't have a ton of things like sitting right here at my desk. Everything at my desk is an actual tool. Um, mm, you know what? Here we go. I know you guys can relate. Let's try. Oh, oh. I have an old weird plastic knitting needle. Let's try that. Oops. Oh, goodness. I'm not loving that, but I probably would. I mean, I kind of like that it's like weird and unpredictable. Put one on this corner here. Oh, you know where I do have a bamboo skewer? Hold on. I think in here, because I was doing similar things. Yeah, look, these little sticks. I was doing a similar thing in Taos. I'm going to dip it in this little dot of ink that I messed up. I dropped over here. See, and this is just the tip of a bamboo skewer. And here was another part of it. So I had brought these because you can get some really interesting lines. And again, if you're just thinking of, okay, I'm doing some mark making, and you're using this unusual thing to do the mark making becomes even that more interesting. There we go. Yeah. All right. I've got, now that I have this tin out too, let's see what I got in here. I've got these everything that's in here is water soluble. So like I think, wait, these might not be. Hold on, let's try it. I can't remember if these are water soluble or not. I usually try to get only water soluble things, but I feel like these pastels might not be. And I'm going to try it out. Let's see. Oh, it's a color you can't really see. Let's get the gray in here. How about? There we go. All right, and I'm going to grab a little brush and run through. Yeah, those are water soluble. Okay, and that's what I like to do. Okay, so if you're buying like pastels and stuff like that, if you get water soluble ones, then this whole palette, this is like a water soluble, more chalky pastel. Let's see. I'm going to draw a line up here. Oops. It's not blue, it's pink. So yeah, that, if you get like, if you make sure when you buy those supplies that they are water soluble, then this just becomes, wow, a puddled mess. This becomes just a paint stick. And it's an easy way to travel with some paint. And I could even go in here. Like, let me clean my brush a little bit. Wow, that water's dirty. Go in and paint. I'll use the green so you guys can see better. I can go in and just paint directly on that stick, and it becomes like a bit of watercolor. See? So I like to, like I said, if I try to get supplies, if I make sure I can get water soluble, then I can create a little travel palette. See? So, and then these are little bits of tube of, there's some shiny gold, some copper. This is just little bits of watercolor from a tube, my tube watercolors that I put in little pans. And so I just pick out a handful of colors that I want to work with. And then that makes it like super compact. So then that way it would fit, like if I was going to go out, then, well, this I have my big palette in here, but let's say that I put my book in there and I've got my glue stick and I've got my ephemera. Put that in there. I'm going to bring maybe a pen. I'm going to bring a couple of white pens and my inker pen. And then this is the palette that I'm working for the day. And then for that matter, you can get these like little watercolor brushes that have the reservoir already built into them. So you fill that with water. And they always screw backwards and I forget. And put your book in there, and that's your art journal travel kit right there. So yeah, anyway, that's what I kind of like to do. But I also would put, like, because this ink is still pretty damp, so what I'll probably do, I mean, here I can just leave this out, and I would clip it just to make sure it doesn't fly closed, but leave this out. Or if you're on the go, then get some paper that's preferably somewhat absorbent. Look at my my old sheet from Jelly Plate Printing, And then that way I can put this between the pages. But like this puddle right here. All right, let's test this. Because it's going to smash some. It's going to get bigger. I'm sure it's going to grow. So I think what I would do is smash this way. Let's see what happens. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, and look at it. It picked up some of the ink from here. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, and it smeared over here. That was probably my hand. Darn it. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to clip this and leave this to dry. So, all right, kids. I am going to sign off and get going with my day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We're halfway through the 30-day art journal challenge. Yay! But, all right, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning over coffee. Talk to you later. Bye.